The collaboration topic is front and center for lots of companies here at the conference and in our industry. I would say that, the fact that marketers really want transparency and understanding of how their campaigns are doing is one driver of collaboration, because if they want to see how a campaign performs and they want the ad log data, for example, to prove that, well, that has privacy implications. So they leverage technology from companies like Snowflake to protect privacy, but give transparency and insight to the marketer. And so that's really kind of what's been happening. And I think, the industry...
It almost sounds paradoxical, transparency, yet protecting privacy.
Well, no, actually your comment's spot on, because if you can deliver transparency but protect privacy, then you're actually achieving the goal of what a lot of marketers and advertising wants to do. Advertising's changed, I've been in it for quite a while, but it's changed where you're not just measuring a panel of people, you're measuring the people themselves and the campaigns and how they performed, but that does have privacy questions. Our technology and data collaboration and data clean room technology protects that privacy, but unlocks the transparency that companies are looking for.
That's interesting. So you're dealing with all kinds of data sets out there, audience data sets, I imagine, first-party data sets. What are all these data sets? And maybe, maybe not exhaustively, but what are some of the big ones and how they could work better together, would you say?
Yeah, well, first of all, you touched on it a little bit. First-party data, which is a term that people use a lot, but the fact is that the media industry and marketers have moved to having a first-party relationship with their customers, right? It used to be a wholesale business. Companies would sell their programming to a channel. That channel then would get bundled, and the cable company or the satellite company would own the consumer relationship. Now, everyone has a direct-to-consumer streaming service and a relationship. And so the resulting data from that is what's been part of this, this ecosystem. And then on the marketer side, what's interesting, and you asked the question about what type of data, in Snowflake, we have marketers with their sales data in Snowflake. So if they can match their sales data with who was exposed to their marketing, they can measure that pretty effectively then, the impact of the marketing campaign. And they can do that where they don't have to send their sales data to a third party that they don't want to, and then vice versa. The streaming or the other businesses does not have to obviously reveal their first party data and their subscriber information.
Right, wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So along with some of the more recent, technologies or processes we've heard about, whether it's clean rooms, et cetera, of course, the big one is artificial intelligence. How does artificial intelligence, AI, affect what you do, your clients do, marketers, advertisers, et cetera?
Well, what we like to say at Snowflake is you don't have an AI strategy without a data strategy, because you get sort of, a scenario where your AI does not perform what you want it to or expect it if your data isn't organized, governed, protected, high fidelity and so forth. So is it
the junk in, junk out conundrum?
It's garbage in, garbage out, junk in. But really it's more than that, because companies are laying the foundation for AI today without even realizing it. They leverage our platforms to keep that data from moving and governed properly. And now what's starting to happen is that the AI is coming to the data sets. So instead of sending data to AI platforms, which causes issues, privacy, copying data, et cetera, you actually bring the model to the data. And so we have lots of customers now that have their own models, they have open source models, they have other proprietary, and they want to apply that and bring that to their data and unlock then the value that it creates.
So as far as scalability of AI, where do things stand? Are we still in the early innings, or are things ramping up, or how would you describe it?
Yeah, I would say that a lot of the AI capability that is being unlocked is in a couple different areas. On the one side, you have what we call structured data about audiences and campaigns. And that's one set of tools. And then what you do is you have unstructured data, which is more video and image, which some people call multimodal, because it's not just structured and text, it's image and video, which needs structuring because it's unstructured today, right? So what's happening is that those are being organized now from an AI perspective, and you can run models and create embeddings that result from those models that organizes the unstructured data into structured, and then you start to leverage that to create new content, to create versions of creative, to automate audience creation and measurement. And so once you get into this realm where we're just starting to see the beginning of that, then you'll start to see the acceleration. And then the last thing that's exciting about AI is that, I said it on the panel today, it's unlocking the business user. Because if I can chat or I can speak to an application, I don't need to know SQL or anything else. That unlocks the business user and the value without having to get caught up in the technology.
Yeah, and just to follow up on unstructured data, when you talk
Yeah.
about images, it seems like I hear a lot about, with imagery, trying to describe it in a way, like what is contained in those image files, either
Sure.
what's evident on screen or maybe even emotion attached to it. Like, what do you see happening there
That-
as far as the way it's being structured?
That's exactly right. So there's a semantic understanding of the video that the model can create, and then the semantic understanding of the scene or the action can then be included as metadata. And then I can add to that with a tree, a car, a driveway, so you can semantically describe video, and then you can actually detail elements of a scene or a set of scenes. And the point is that not to get caught up in the technology. The point is that if I can understand semantically video at scale, to your question, then it starts to unlock all kinds of advertising opportunity, personalization, creative versioning, and so forth. Yeah.
So, looking ahead, is there anything that's really top of mind for you? Anything you're excited about, or conversely, that keeps you up at night that you're scared about?
Well, I mean, our industry is constantly evolving. New technology like AI comes in, and there's always a recreation of winners and losers from a marketplace standpoint, right? You're going to have brands and businesses that are more adept at new technology, and that positions them better. So our business at Snowflake is trying to enable those customers and partners to take advantage of the technology and basically simplify it, extract the complication, and let them drive their business forward with data solutions in that area.